Hello, my friends. Assalamu alaikum. So let's continue from where we finished. The Quran does not describe this covenant in detail. It does not give pictures, timelines, or physical descriptions of what happened. This is intentional. The purpose is not to tell a story, but to establish a clear foundation for human responsibility. Because the soul had already recognized the truth, it cannot later claim complete ignorance. This raises another important question. If the soul once recognized the truth, why was that knowledge hidden? Why were we sent into a world filled with uncertainty, limitations, and struggles? Why do we have bodies that stand between our intentions and our actions? Why must truth be discovered through effort rather than forced upon us? My friends, the answer lies in the idea of descent into worldly life. The Quran teaches that life in this world is not the beginning of our existence. It is only one stage of a much larger journey. The soul's entry into human life is not meaningless. It is necessary so that what the soul once recognized internally can now be shown through real choices and actions. What was once acknowledged before time must now be chosen freely within time. That is why recognition alone is not enough. For justice to exist, human beings must be able to choose freely. That is why the original memory is hidden and why life includes struggle and uncertainty. Through these conditions, sincerity and genuine faith become possible. In this way, the soul's journey into the world is not a punishment, but a necessary step for truth to appear in human actions. My friends, without the covenant, human accountability would seem unfair. Without our life in this world, accountability would not be real. Together, these two ideas create a bridge between the higher spiritual realm, often called Alme Lahut, and the human world we live in, that is Alme Nasut. They explain why human beings can be judged fairly and why the test of life is meaningful rather than random. My friends, with this foundation understood, we can now look more closely at how the Quran itself describes the covenant, that is, the basis upon which human responsibility stands. Thank you for listening. Assalamu alaikum.